Level up, level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
Fresh off the heels of what I thought was an incredible 15 minutes of fame, I can breathe today and I'm calm and I feel better. I'm still a little bit upset. We still might get into it because now I got people's opinions to bounce off of and all that good stuff. It's going to be one heck of a show with an amazing guest. But first, what's going on, people? Fame Entertainment from LV1Gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys leveled up to 279. This is the Double XP podcast. Thank you guys for rocking with us, man. If you are here already, do me a big favor, hit that like button and share the stream, man. Let the people know that we are live, and y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we're going on tonight. Call it what it is, right? It's the biggest news in gaming, one of the biggest rumor mills in gaming. Don Otaku, I see you, player. What's going on with you? One of the channel members at LV1 Gaming. I appreciate the love and support you show the team here. I appreciate you, Don, for coming through. Let's go on with the introductions. First up, my right hand. man, the floor hugger with the hardest of ours.
Oh, what's up? I'm gonna miss that next week when we take some time off away from each other and spend some time with our loved ones. But we're here. We got Ham here today. It's gonna be an interesting day because I don't want this to be like another. We talk about it for a year and a half, like the ABK deal. Because Grandpa, we ain't doing that. Hell no. But,
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
like,
Ain't no way.
I can't talk more about that. I can't. But I'm sad to be here. Let's get into it.
Next up, if your emails is popping and your DMs is full, that's because communication director level on game trying to get a hold of you, baby. Brand Jez 67. What's going on, Chief?
You know what? I've hit a new peak in Valorantism. I've been watching training videos and implementing warm-ups and practicing different shots. I've been working through different guns. I used to be a Guardian main. Then I switched over to the Spectre. Now I'm embracing the greatness that is.
Talking like you know what
Vandal.
you're doing.
Yeah. Oh, well,
baby.
Yeah, peeking corners. And then I even tried using Sky. I was dogging out and I couldn't figure out the birds. So I've come to accept that I am a breach main.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm a breach main because his abilities are grounded. But long story short, I play Valorant.
Wow. Wow. The man we could barely get to come play shooters with us when me and Johnny trying to play Halo and all the other games. To see him playing Valorant like this blows my mind. And sometimes I want to say, oh, Baron, I want to come in and play with y'all, but I'm like, no. Because it seems very sweaty.
It is. Oh, that's all
I'm
it is.
willing to bet that 90% of people who play Valorant has like a permanent ass sweat stain on their gaming chair. And I don't want to be part of that.
Don't. I'm gonna just tell you now. Don't join. Don't play. I don't recommend it to anybody.
From Riot
Sweat
games in general, they got crack in them.
It's just sweat. Even like I got cussed out in a Swift play. For those who don't know, and I'll be quiet after this. Swift play is just a quick 5 rounds. It's supposed to be like just a warm up fun thing. I got ripped apart because I whiffed a shot after they were. So.
Really quick, let's say Hugger might be a little bit low. We'll try to get her turned up for sure. Thank y'all for doing that. And we got Dez in the chat. She couldn't make it today, but she's in the chat showing us. So shout out to you, Dez. Yobi with the 7th month re-up says, "Let's go, love one gaming with my heart, Hugger. What
Let's
up,
go.
boo boo? Is that guy Ham Solo? Oh shit, let's go, Baron. What up? I guess Fame. Damn, I guess Fame. Oh blood. Shout out to Yobi, man. Always been a big supporter of LV1 game. Last but not least, our guest of the evening from TSWS Gaming, the man from behind them sticks. Hey, I'm Solo. What's going on, my boy?
Oh, you're muted.
He muted. Bang bang.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm really good at doing that, so you might catch me doing that a couple times. Mouth moving, you hear nothing, just yell at your boy, say unmute that joint. But anyways, every once in a while, my daughter will come to the door or something like that. I got to mute, or the wife being like, "Give me my controller so I can go play Halo," or like just random stuff. Always got me muting and stuff. So if you're usual to TSWS Gaming, you've heard people tell me to unmute my mic many times. But anyways, as for what I've been actually playing lately. I'm gonna start off with something I haven't played at all yet, which sounds weird, right? But I just was talking to you guys, and I literally just bought Sifu, which is on sale right now for $13.99 on Xbox. I know a lot of y'all out there are like, "Well, you still buying games on Xbox?" And I'm like, "Duh, yeah, I think I'm gonna be good."
Indeed.
Unlike a lot of people out here, but I think I'm gonna be good. But I bought this for $13.99 on an Xbox. It's a play anywhere title or play everywhere or whatever. So if you download it, so if you purchase this game, play it on your Xbox, obviously on your Series S as well, but on your PC. And for me in particular, I have Windows downloaded on my Steam Deck, so I'm downloading that sucker on my Steam Deck tonight, and I'm gonna give that a try and see how it runs on that sucker. But other than that, the games that I've actually been playing, I literally just got done yelling at my TV for the last like 2.5 hours playing first Rocket League, which yeah.
Wow.
And then and then the second one was the finals. And you guys were talking about sweaty games.
Oh.
Sweaty, the finals, and we won most of the games there. My squad's pretty hot. We all run light class and we just fast. Like we keep it moving. But yeah, that game is mega sweaty and it's always very helpful to play with other sweats. But anyways, yeah, there's that. I'm trying to think of some other games that I've been playing as of lately. 2K, I play that every night before bed. Remnant 2, even though I beat the game, I'm helping some friends through the game. The new Halo season's hot, of course. RoboCop is another game that I've been kind of picking up and putting down, more or less. I've been putting it down because I enjoy the story so much, and I'm always in party chats. So I can't get through that game very fast because I tell myself, I'm like, I will not play RoboCop unless I'm playing by myself or I'm in a party chat with one other person. Because usually we're both playing games and there's those moments where we're not talking for like 5-10 minutes, right? Or I can just say cutscene and he shuts the heck up. I don't know if I can curse or not. Shuts the heck up. So yeah, that's what I've been mostly playing. Little RoboCop dabbling here and there, a little Starfield dabbling here and there and whatnot. I mean, I already put like 12 days into Starfield, so I don't really need to continue to play that game until the DLC comes out. But I still dabble around with it. I still want to get to 100. I'm at like 85 or 87 right now or something like that.
Damn. Man, true.
This man
Oh yeah,
games.
and Pal Worlds. Can't forget about Pal Worlds. I have like 7 days in that game right now.
It's only been out 7 days. No, I'm just
I'm honestly afraid to look at how many days I got up in Power World. It's such an amazing game. But listen,
tragic.
Shout out to Ham Soul for coming out and rocking with us, man. Listen, if you guys are watching the show right now, hit the like button, share the stream, and let people know we're live. We're gonna jump right into it, man. And I kind of want to jump into news that's breaking in a way. Toys for Bob. Now we do not know whether or not the studio is closing, but it just came out that Microsoft is closing the Toys for Bob's office following 86 people from the team being laid off, which was part of the 1,900 people that unfortunately lost their jobs during the Microsoft, massive layoffs that happened here recently, right? So I want to ask the panel. B, I'm gonna start with you. Do you think because the way it's worded, it sounds like just the office was closed down. I'm not sure if Toys for Bob has multiple offices. I'm hoping this studio is fine because this is where you get Crash Bandicoot. This is where you get Spyro. This is where people, the moment Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard, people are saying, "Oh, let them make another Banjo game." Right? This was your studio for these type of game, right? Are you worried at all that this might be something that affects the studio, or just like, hey, this office is being closed, maybe they'll be working out of another office, maybe they'll be latched in with someone else? Your thoughts on Toys for Bob office being shut down in your hometown, by the way?
I was gonna say, isn't a Microsoft branch over near them? I don't know if they can be consolidating or whatnot, but this does look bad. It's almost like, hey, we got a bunch of bad news out. Let's just throw some more out there. Because you got to imagine, there's no way you close down a building and somebody doesn't lose their job, even after the 80 something people were laid off recently from there, or something like that. I don't know the exact number, but I know it was a lot. This is like a lot of people have been saying online. This is just the results of the merger, I'm guessing. I don't know. It's hard for me to sit here and try to rationalize the wealthiest company on earth acting like they ain't got money to put places. It's super weird. I don't get it. I mean, I'm not a finance guy, but it doesn't check out. Like, you could have easily just did some cheap, I don't know, Crash remaster or something, and brought a collector's edition out digitally and funded the building for a while. Like, I don't know, I don't know, but once again, I just it's not a good look.
Imagine that the studio was getting shut down. And
I don't think it's that. I don't think the studio.
Zero, thank you for continuing to be a member, trying to remember Level 1 Gaming, my boy. I appreciate the love and support you show at LV1 Gaming. I honestly believe, right? Because I can't find anywhere where another studio is. But I don't know where another office is, right? I mean, when we say office, when I'm thinking office, this is where they create their work. This is their studio, right? And you guys tell me, I don't see any. I don't know where their other office is, right? So what are you going to do with the studio? I'm just really hoping it doesn't affect this, because I think what Toys for Bob does in the games that they produce is going to be really important to what Xbox wants to do with their portfolio of studios, right? Because they don't have a lot of places in their portfolio, in their studios, making games like Spyro, like Crash, like Banjo, right? So I'm really hoping this isn't something that's going to say, oh damn, now we might not ever see these games, or these developers are now going to be Call of Duty slaves. I do not want that. Dita Zero with the follow super chat. He says Pony Karens and Pony Bot Karens losing their minds. Listen, I really hope y'all came through 15 minutes famous today, because people have lost their mind. But I will tell you this, Adidas, if people backpedal fast enough, they're gonna be in 1776.
You stupid.
If they backpedal any faster, because hear me out, and we gotta talk about this, but hear me out. Hear me out for a second. It went from fire and brimstone, hell on earth. I'm getting rid of my Xbox. I'm selling my Xbox. It went from all of that to just wait. In 24 hours, everybody lost their mind, getting rid of their Xbox. Xbox is trash. Xbox is done. Xbox is this, that, and the other. To, oh, I'm just gonna wait now. What changed? Overreacting a little bit, or a lot of bit, a whole lot of bit. But we're gonna jump into that. I'm calm myself down. I don't want to turn this into yesterday, but Ham, I'm gonna swing over to you. Toys for Bob, you got any concern about this studio having some issues with the office being closed?
The only issue I have is, people's livelihood. Other than that, it's part of business. And whenever, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but I mean, this is the first time I'm on this podcast, so let's just pretend this is the first time I've said this. But when an acquisition happens, things move. People lose their jobs. Things that seem redundant get cut. And people that were the king are now peasants. So it's just, what do you expect? I don't look into this as like the world is, falling or crumbling or something like this in this specific with this specific subject right here. I feel like what a lot of people are just now realizing is that they were so fixated and zoomed in on this chessboard that Microsoft is doing that they didn't notice that if they zoomed out a few feet further, that they'd notice that they're not playing regular chess. They're playing like 3 or 4D chess. So your guess onto what they're planning on doing next is as good of a guess as wondering what's happening on the moon. It's just like, you have no idea. You don't know how that money moves. You've never had money like that, nor have you controlled anybody at that type of level. And even if you did, not $1 trillion company, big dog. Because if you're talking to us, you're losing money. And people like that don't use their time without money being tied behind it. So they ain't gonna waste their mind saying, oh, dang it, they're doing it wrong. Xbox needs to do this, that, and the third. Nah, they ain't talking to us. As a matter of fact, Satya Nadella put up a post not that long ago talking about AI and everything. You should look at the comment section of that. It is tragic. Nobody is talking about what he's talking about.
Oh, there's every tweet he puts up, like him, Sarah Bond, this, that, and the other. The comments go about how I expect. We want to hear about next week. We definitely going to tackle that. Hugs. You always the voice of reason, my love. Any concern for us hearing next week the Toys for Bob is out of there with the offices being closed.
I'm gonna try to channel my inner Des. What did that office do per se? Does anybody know what it did?
The last game they made was it the trash reloaded or
Office
something?
is different than studio, and they're specifically using office terminology because offices could be PR, offices could be simply a merch studio or like a merch branch off. There's so much that office.
Somebody just lost their desk.
The studio. Exactly. They could be consolidating.
Could have been an HR department. Could have been. Yeah, like you said, marketing, anything.
Yeah.
Moving parts that if it's just one studio that handles just the online social media, that's not that much. I know people are going to lose their livelihood, but it is a kind of, this is what's going to happen when, like Ham said, when acquisitions are made, things move, and it's unfortunate it happens, but there could be new positions be created for these people or moved into new circumstances. So I'm not concerned. It's just one office that I don't know what they did, and they could be consolidating into a bigger studio. I don't know.
What is
Or
Anna
they could be
Frog?
closing down an office to open a different one somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
What's Anna Frog?
Who are you talking to?
Hugger's hat.
Oh,
does it say Anna Frog? It say
Senior Frogs.
That's the I thought it was a lightning bolt.
It is, but it's an S.
But it's an S.
But it's S. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, listen, I'm old now. You can't be throwing curveballs. Come out with the hat.
You are not old. Stop it.
I'm 36.
That is not old.
Old. Listen, it hurts to. I wake up and my check engine light comes on.
Oh Lord.
It's hard out here for a pimp. You don't understand. It's hard. This ain't got old man taste buds like Baron eating pinwheels and black coffee. Like Baron wakes up,
and steel cut.
He gets up, dry 2-day-old oats.
No, first off, they're still cut. But yeah, I do like my oats and my applesauce and my pinwheels.
Yeah,
and my oatmeal. Yeah.
Yeah, old man. I'm old in mind, body, and soul. You old in taste buds. We are not the same. we are not.
No, Ham. They always get on me, bro, because they say I eat old timey snacks.
I mean,
you do.
It sounds like it. I mean, this brother got some multi-mill in the cabinet right now.
I do. I got the multi-mill, the brown sugar. I got yeah. And then if I'm struggling, it's Zoom. You know,
I like that you said that, and then you said, "But if I'm struggling,"
yeah.
Because it's like usually you eat multi-mill when you're struggling, but you're like, no,
I'm riding high with
struggle below that.
Yeah, and it's called Zoom.
Good.
What is that? An MRE?
Oh,
you know.
Listen, we're gonna jump into it, right? Because I think this is going to take up. Because I definitely want to get everyone's opinion on this. I ranted yesterday, so for the people who, I mean, I'm gonna talk about it, but I really feel like I said a lot of my piece yesterday, right? I wouldn't want to jump into it, right? Because rumors circulated fairly quickly, that Microsoft will begin to release. I mean, we heard about the rumors of Hi-Fi Rush and these yada yada, but then people start putting out these fake lists about, oh, Halo's going to PS5 and Gears is going to PS5 and Starfield's going to PS5 and Hellblade's going to PS5 and everything's going everywhere. Microsoft said we didn't sell enough Xboxes, so everything's going to PlayStation because we need to recoup our funds. And Xbox gamers, screw you. By the way, buy another Xbox next gen. That set the world on fire, right? And this, what I'm about to say right here, is no shade. I love these guys. You're getting people who are, I consider, some of the biggest Xbox fans or people with like you see them, you think Xbox, right? The Kid Smooths of the world, right? His bio says F Xbox across the top. Wild. When you think of Xbox fans, you think of people like Tim Dog. Tim Dog's caption on his Twitter says he's an AI bot or something like that. Mets fan, AI connoisseur, right? You're seeing in massive ways people who are synonymous with the Xbox brand in this community saying, you know what, I've had enough. I can't take the lies anymore. Because mind you, not too long ago, even with these been a room, not too long ago, people heard from Phil Spencer say, we're going to ship games where Xbox Game Pass exists. To hear that, I'm not saying, okay, well, PlayStation will never like Xbox Game Pass, so we good. To now hearing, oh, these games are now going to be going on another platform. Now, mind you, it's all rumors, but I don't think Phil Spencer helped what he's saying. We hear you. We hear you. We'll talk about it next week. Because to me, if there was no truth to this, the fire would have been put out. Hey, This ain't the case. Fire put out. No big deal. Move on. My understanding. It's from my understanding and from the people that I've talked to. Because believe it or not, Fan got a couple people that he talked to. That this event was already set in motion and set in play, but got pushed up because of the outcry and the people being upset on social media, right? Baron, you have said on a number of times that you believe PlayStation, not Xbox, will be the ones going third party. You believe that PlayStation will be the next Sega, that the PlayStation era is coming to an end. Yeah. Knowing what we know, because we don't know much anything until Phil or Satya comes out next week, is the Xbox era, in your opinion, is it, as far as how we know it today, is it coming to an end?
So first off, I did say that, and I truly believed it, but obviously, based on the apparent leaks, it's a flim flam, and it was a total opposite. But I'll say this: if you look at the parent company of Xbox, this isn't as far-fetched as it seems. Microsoft is just about on every computer and phone on Earth, not just in the US, on Earth. Like, you could go just about any country and access Microsoft products, whether it's running somebody's POS system, whether it's across the, whether it's what you type your articles on, like, just period. It's just embedded in technology, Microsoft. So to think that they wouldn't want to embed their gaming in that form of entertainment in the same way they've embedded all other technology, it's not completely foreign concept. It's so weird because they really hit a stride to where they could have just knocked it out the park. You just bought one of the most purchased games every year. You just bought that parent company and absorbed them. You could have easily just went exclusive and just took over the console market if you wanted to. Like, they definitely had that trigger to pull. Would it have caused a lot of problems? Sure, but people go where the games are. So, and even with me just saying that, people go where the games are, the company who is everywhere, anywhere at all times, they want to be anywhere and everywhere at all times. It makes sense. I want to
ask you a question about something.
It sucks.
I gotta ask you. You said people go where the games are, right? And let's stick right there for just the 2.5 seconds, okay? We heard for the longest period of time, what about Xbox? It has no games.
It's no games. Yeah.
Xbox has no games, right?
Yeah.
People, I don't have an Xbox. There's nothing over there that I want to play. But now suddenly, the hype behind possibly playing Hi-Fi Rush, Starfield, and all these games that were said to be trash, boo-boo, buns, garbage, and all the above, people are excited to play it. So do gamers really go where the games are? Or is brand loyalty so ingrained into what we say all the time that, oh, this is just we're the minority. The majority of the casuals, they don't care about this, right? But you're seeing people are saying, oh my God, I can't wait I would love to have wait till I get a Master Chief trophy on my PlayStation. Like, so you've been wanting Halo, you've been liking Halo, but you refuse to play it because brand loyalty is so ingrained into you are. So do gamers really go where the games are?
Brand loyalty is always a real thing across everything. Let's be real. Good luck trying to get a Jordan dude to wear Adidas. Like it's brand loyalty is a very real thing. That's why we got Apple versus Android. That's why we have
Apple
like
trash, Android for life.
See what I'm saying? So knowing that, and knowing that Nintendo and PlayStation are, when it comes to console gaming, for anything past a kid, first thought is PlayStation. Like automatic, like, oh, you play games, oh, you must got a PlayStation. You walk in
This generation, yeah. Previous generation, it was
360. Oh, your Nintendo. Yeah. And then you look at like, let's say you look at, every time I go into a GameStop, I see somebody walking out with a PS5. I don't think I've ever walked into a GameStop and seen somebody buying a Series X. Just being real. Like it's always been somebody at the counter.
Damn.
Holding that weak
I don't
box.
think I have either.
Holding that weak ass box for the PS5 because I bought one, so I know like that box is flimsy as hell. And every time I go into a store, I see people buying so the casual market associates PlayStation with true gaming. Like that is what gaming is. So brand, long story short, PlayStation could come out with PlayStation Game Pass today, and it'd be everything that Game Pass is, and they would say PlayStation made it the best thing ever. They've done this. Why didn't Xbox do this? Why? Like it's the brand, bro. They got it, and it's across multiple countries because Xbox only does okay in the US, and even there, and even here, or North America, and even here, it's still not.
So
like,
even more so, are you leaning to Xbox just has to make this move? Are you more inclined to believe this is going to happen?
There you go. That's it. I'm more inclined to believe it's going to happen because if it's purely about making money, which a company as big as Microsoft obviously is, then yeah, put your games everywhere. I've said it, bro. Okay, let's all take a second. When's the last time you seen a straight up legit, not movie tied, but a legit Xbox console commercial? Because the last Xbox console I've seen marketed on Twitter was the Willy Wonka one.
Well, hold on. I will say this. I don't see any. You mean just the console itself? Because I saw Diablo commercials, and then the Diablo commercials had an Xbox on it.
Which, okay, that's great. But look what you just said. You said Diablo. You know how many games have came out since Diablo 4?
Yeah. No, I get that.
But guess what I did see from Xbox? I just seen 6 different variations of controllers getting mad marketing and an ad space. What have I always talked about? Game Pass and controllers. Anywhere Game Pass is going to be allowed to go, they'd put it. If PlayStation said yes, you can put Game Pass on the console, Microsoft would do it in a heartbeat. No questions asked. They would.
Hugs, I'm gonna switch over to you, love. B, I'm gonna come back to you. Hugs, I'm gonna switch to you. Knowing what we don't know and don't know, just based off of what the internet has been shooketh about, right? Is this the beginning of a new era in Xbox? Are we really shifting to Microsoft gaming, Microsoft Game Pass? Like, is this are they truly making that shift because gamers say how you want it, say I'm lying, but I think people have allowed Xbox to die because I'm sorry, you can't say Xbox has no games and then be excited for said games to possibly be on your platform.
I don't know. I think it would make sense and be logical for Microsoft to want a bigger slice of their division now that they've made some serious acquisitions. But again, it's a multi-billion-dollar company that how else, like Google, do you advertise your services but cause up a little stink? Like, if I'm gonna cause a stink about this coming to a platform, but look at these games, these are the games you could try, and then maybe you can use it, play them on another platform. How are you gonna advertise Game Pass? Everybody knows about Game Pass. How do you advertise it? How do you advertise your service to new people? you talk about it and you get Forbes involved, you get the business insiders involved, you get the regular market involved, and maybe it's just marketing on their part, or maybe they are going to do this. I don't know. I'm new to the Xbox ecosphere that you guys have been a part of for a very long time, so I'm just sitting watching because I don't know, PC be eating. Somebody got Bloodborne kind of up and running on PC, so we be eating. I'm out here.
I love how it's like, yeah, I'm gonna eat no matter what. Shout out to the Bloodborne community who will never see Bloodborne 2. You'll be collecting SSI before you get Bloodborne 2. Ham, I'm gonna swing over to you, man. Like, give me your honest opinion. Are we hunkering down and preparing ourselves for a massive shift in what we see when we think Xbox next week? Is it going? Do you believe it's going to be as bad as the internet made it out to be just 36 hours ago?
Okay, is this a different question than the question that was asked?
Nah, I mean it's about the same question. I think. Am I going crazy? Am I tripping?
Am I tripping? What'd you ask? I blinked.
Is this?
I'm just being real. I blinked.
My question to Ham is, with all the noise surrounding Microsoft now about what's possibly going to happen next week, right? Are you inclined to believe the noise that you're hearing? Is this going to be the end of an era for Xbox?
Okay, so
are we looking at these games going to PlayStation and them announcing, yes, we're making a shift to third party. We got to recoup our funds. Return of investment is the most important thing right now.
Well, okay, for that question, because yeah, okay. So I mean, I don't think it's no end for Xbox. I mean, there's too many. There's
well, as we know it.
There's too much stuff in motion for Xbox to be over right now, and for them to just cut off ties for everything, or we're just completely on PC now. There's just, in my opinion, there's just too much things in motion right now. They have the whole backwards compatibility thing that they've had. They literally just got done, revamping the servers for Call of Duty, the old ones and stuff like that. So, and some of that, not all of that stuff is available to just easily play on PC. Not all of it. Some of it, a good amount of it, sure. Not all of it. Or as accessible, I should say, as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they're completely done at all. No, just to answer that question. But as for what you guys were just talking about just a little bit ago,
yeah,
where you were talking about like is it like what was the question that you asked you, Baron, if, in particular?
Basically, is Xbox as we know it done as it exists today?
Microsoft trying to creep in and merge the brand.
Okay, I thought we were talking about something about like third party.
Well, yeah, that's basically that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's
because
essentially the change. Yes.
Are we essentially looking at Microsoft being a third party developer? Is that
Sega? Are they the modern day Sega?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
People didn't. I mean, Sega.
we already like they already have talked about like a handheld, possibly like there's been rumors about that and whatnot. Supposedly Jez said something about that, and like Phil Spencer liked it and whatever. And I actually think that they do possibly want to get in the handheld space just for the fact that they're trying to go more mobile. And I mean, I think that'd be. I mean, I was talking to it with a buddy on a different show earlier today that it would be amazing to see like a Steam Deck kind of thing where you get the OS of Xbox without all the BS that you see on like ROG Allies, or if you decide to put Windows on your Steam Deck, or if you use like the Legion Go and stuff like that. Like when you turn that on, you have to deal with it just like it's your PC. And that's like, that kind of takes the fun and excitement away from turning it on. It's like, oh, I gotta wait for the basic stuff to load up that I'm just going to shut down and tell it to go away. And then I'll open up Steam or I'll open up the Microsoft app or EA or whatever, get that thing go. And it's just like, if they can make a handheld that's seamless, like the Steam OS for the Steam Deck, where I'm just like flipping through it real quick, I can pick the games. But then if I want to, I can go into the Windows OS and screw around if I feel and please, just like you can on the Steam Deck. You're messing around with the Steam OS and then bam, you're on Linux. You know what I mean? So I think that would be definitely hot, and I think that's more of a direction that we possibly see Xbox go into, where they're still making hardware, but it's just not traditional hardware. And Xbox always likes to do stuff before anybody's really ready for it.
The Xbox One is a perfect example.
And one thing I've noticed, because you guys were alluding to, and this is what I was thinking, you guys, this is the question I thought that was brought up earlier, is you had asked Baron if people are just console like they're connected to their console, or if there is what was the other thing?
Or is it game? Or are they going towards?
Yeah. Is it the console or the game? So that's what I thought the original question was.
Okay.
So that's why
that was a sub question. We kind of just because he triggered by saying people go where the games are, and I was like, is that true? Because again, people are saying I want to play Starfield, I want to play Halo, but you have the opportunity to play it now, and you're not choosing to.
I honestly think it's neither the console or the game as much as it is the message. You've seen what happened with PS3 versus the 360, right? The message behind that console was it was hard to deal with developers. It was way too expensive, and it was and it had a bunch of stuff that nobody cared about for it. Xbox's message with the 360 was, here, go play game.
Yeah.
And it was cheaper.
Yeah.
So like that was the message right there. And it was clear and concise. We're working with more people now to bring you more games. Y'all go play. We're going to work on games and continuously give them away. Sure. And then of course, Microsoft does what Microsoft does, and they try to be, add some ingenuity to it, and then they throw the Kinect out, and they're like, oh, this thing is catching a little bit of fire, and then they over divulge into the Kinect, then which leads to the very next console being a Kinect must, which then goes back to the messaging to the people at the end of the day. And all the people are saying is, I don't want that Kinect. Why do I have to have that to have this console? And then the whole DRM thing and the TV thing, it left a wide gap for PlayStation. Just up, it was like PlayStation didn't come and strong arm Xbox. Xbox was like a brick for a moment that turned into a napkin that then threw itself into a lake and then tied itself up to a rope, and then PlayStation came and punched through it and said, wow, that was easy.
But you know what their biggest is being too early. Like that is their look at what's going on with this is kind of off topic, but look at what's going on with the Apple goggles things. That's just HoloLens. like that was just we were looking at that 6-7 years ago, right? Yeah, when they showed it during the showcase and they had the Minecraft, and we were looking at HoloLens way ahead of its time. And now you got people in coffee shop. Yeah, thank you. But now you got people doing it like it's the newest, freshest thing on earth, when we literally watched the whole showcase.
Because
the phone, Windows Phone.
It's because the messaging around it screams support.
Their marketing sucks.
It like the message around Apple is like this is why they were so popular for not giving up the data from the phone when that person was in court.
Uh-huh.
You know, remember what I'm
Yep.
talking about? Where they were like, that breaches our contract. You are not able to get into this phone. That's the type of support that Apple gives to its customers, where it's like, I got your back to a fault.
At least that's
Now,
what it looked like.
Microsoft, on the other hand, has your back until they see something a little funny. And then they go do something completely different and then hope that you just back them again, which, as a person like myself, that's like, I'm an Xbox fan through and through, right?
Yeah.
But I don't completely depend on them as gaming in general. There's some folks out there where they're like, Xbox, I live and breathe it, and that's it. I'm an Xbox fan through and through, sure, but I'm not dumb enough to miss out on an exclusive for PlayStation.
That part.
Or go back and play classics. Like, you see all these old school consoles and stuff right here. I don't completely rely on, I mean, I have a 3080 in my PC right here. I mean, technically, I don't need the Xbox. Technically, I don't need the PS5 either. Really, right? But
The games are coming.
But the fact of the matter is,
Helldivers.
the fact of the matter is, I'm a gamer. I want all these different choices and whatnot. But a lot of people really hang their hat on, you know, their console preference. But the reason I bring that up is because the reason that they have this console preference or feeling is because they feel like there's some sort of support that they've been given within. Like, when you see Tim Dog and all these people, they felt so much support that now that they see what they see, they feel they feel blindsided, right? And that's because they've been chanting on them, good, bad, you know, really fucking bad, or excuse me, really freaking bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're
but,
good. We're late into the show. Just let it rip. Like that.
But
Run it
yeah,
up.
man. So it's hard to see, but at the same time, I honestly think all of this stuff that's happening is overreaction.
Oh, 100%. Which is why the backpedaling begun today. And B, I want to swing something over to you, right? And I'm gonna also get your point. I'm gonna swing something to you, right? Because the rumors could have a massive ripple effect on how we know gaming. It's always been, for the longest past couple generations, 33 decades, it's been the big three: Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo, right? Exclusives matter. You need this to play this. You need this to play that. You need this to play this, right? What kind of impact can we possibly see? Because I made a tweet saying, hey, y'all think it's funny to make fun of Xbox possibly going third party, even though I don't think that's the case. I think it's going to be some stuff here that Hi-Fi Rush TV. I don't think the whole slate, right? But trust me when I tell you, you don't want a day to where Xbox says, you know what, we're out. Because when your PS6 is $650 and your games are $90 a piece, because I'm sorry, let's keep it $150. PlayStation's not competing with Nintendo.
No,
They're not.
no.
While Xbox is trying to compete with Tencent and Apple, PlayStation is competing with Xbox. But PlayStation not competing with Nintendo because PlayStation knows for a fact that having a Switch doesn't deter you from having a PlayStation, because the Switch and Nintendo is looked at, as much as it sells, and it's about to outsell the PS2, it's looked at as an addition to.
Yeah.
Right? It is. I have a PS5 and
a Switch. Yeah.
I got a PC and a Switch. I have an Xbox and a Switch, right? What could we possibly be looking at a future of PlayStation if Xbox really isn't that competition that people don't understand that we need them to be?
I honestly wonder if PlayStation and Xbox are keeping each other from crashing.
I could say that. I could see that. Because you would get absorbed in the PC completely. Like, the hardware sales would kind of disappear. Like, not disappear. Let me stop. Because first off, let's be real. Most people still don't have good internet. That's something I like to lead with. Most folks, even in this great country we live in, most people don't have good internet. Like, I got family who's still doing damn near dial-up numbers. Like, it's, you know, streaming content creator, I barely got fiber optics ran through my power poles last
Fiber,
year.
it must be nice.
No, you see what I'm saying? We got, you know what I mean? Like, so we're still not even fully caught up internet wise. So the idea of it being a completely PC world, I don't see that anytime soon. That's why mobile gaming is still the biggest place to game. But that's a good question.
Now, but now here's the bigger part of this, right? As much as PlayStation is the number one and the big dog, right? They do a lot of things that Xbox does, right?
Oh yeah.
Looking at PS Plus, it's just it came around because of Xbox Live, and PlayStation Now, which is now PS Plus, was because of Xbox Game Pass, right? So if Microsoft said, you know what, we'll take a couple of titles, maybe some of our older titles, maybe different of our newer ones, maybe our flagships, and we'll put them over in PlayStation. The PlayStation's like, damn, because we already see. I'm sorry, say what you want. PlayStation games will be day and date on PC. I know Helldivers is multiplayer. It won't be long before the next God of War is day and date on PC, right? Because they see the money. And at some point, I mean, we're looking at a way distant future. But at some point, is Microsoft just ahead of the game? Because Ham said it earlier. The things they're doing, they're just doing it maybe a half step too early.
And this is, I seen somebody in the chat, I forgot who it was, I think it was Swaggy C. They said they're always too early and too aggressive.
Yeah, I think that was Swag. Yep.
Yeah, I like that, because everything the Xbox One is our world today. The idea of talking to your system sounds stupid until now everybody's saying, you know whose name to order milk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say it because I got one in here. We live in that world now where as much as all in one as you can get is what that's a big convenience, and it's something we look forward to. What do you mean I can't switch to Netflix and jump right back to my game and then jump right back into it? Like, what do you mean I can't hot swap and do everything all in one? That's crazy. Like, and that's our world now, but the Xbox One definitely fell on the sword for that. Now, I could see, what if Xbox makes the mistake of falling out early just because? Like, you know what I'm... Because they're known for that. Like, the console world.
They're just about to hit their stride, man. We waited for so long for Hellblade to Avowed. We waited so long for them to have an amazing upcoming set of exclusives, just for them to finally get there and say, you know what,
we're gonna
multi-platform. It's exhausting because I was there. Yeah, I was there when there was next to nothing, and we knew old happy day. We knew it was gonna come. We read the book of Phil. We sat there and read chapter 6 to 8 when he said, "Thy games is thy coming through the series of the exit." We waited for that day to come and the Messiah to bring us games, and it's finally coming just for him to say, I'm writing a new book.
And it's called 1864.
Ooh.
Bro,
burn it down. Send it there. Bro. Hey, no, look. Damn, that was a heavy one. That was a heavy ass reference. Hey, no, because that's real.
Hey,
look what's going on, man. It don't, and it's funny because on paper it makes perfect sense, bro. It was almost like they was teasing us with it with MLB The Show. Like, look, we could all share. We could live in this ecosystem of things that were once exclusive. Now it's everywhere. You know, like, you already play your games everywhere. Why not just on this console? You know, it's just another box. I get your marketing. It's just another box. You're still playing Xbox. Like, I can hear it. And on paper, it would make so much money, bro. You're gonna see a resurgence of so many games. You're gonna see, like, it. Let's just say it's a full rollout, right? Let's say it's the complete slate for the last couple years. All of it. Let's just say it's everything. Let's just live in that world, right? Pie in the sky, which is not really too much of a pie, because if you told me, hey, bro, if you just open this up a bit, you can make another double of what you're about to do. How do you, like, for no other reason other than changing the button mapping? Like, come on, man.
From a business aspect, from a business aspect, it makes sense. Just like, would it be a detriment if 2018 Spider-Man released on Xbox Series X?
No.
Would it be a positive or a negative?
But you guess what?
That's why it makes sense, because no one's buying Spider-Man 2018 right now. But you got a
It would
whole
kill it
group
on
of
Xbox.
Xbox who will buy it.
It would kill it on
It'd be
Xbox
number
right
one
now.
to store immediately.
But guess what? PlayStation is trying to
never
sell you.
do
But PlayStation is trying to sell you a PlayStation. Xbox is not trying to sell you a Series X. Ta-da! That's the thing. Xbox is trying to sell you controllers and Game Pass. They are not trying to sell you the console, bro. That is not what they're trying to sell you. They are trying to sell you the controller. I'm waiting for them to come out with an established controller that already has the phone attachment like welded to it. Like it's this our mobile line. Like, bro, they are trying to sell you. Oh, see, look, and then I know like they got the backbone and everything like that, but I'm telling you, Xbox is trying to sell you the service and get you wrapped up. Pretty soon, you're gonna start seeing the Microsoft 360, and it's gonna include Game Pass for an extra $30 on that $99 you pay a year, and they're gonna wrap it all together, and you're gonna have Xbox 3. It's gonna be Microsoft 360, and it's gonna include the gaming angle as well. That, like, bro, that's what they want to sell you. At least Microsoft. Who knows what Xbox wants to do? You know, this, I feel bad for them because they get their marching orders from Xbox. I mean, from Microsoft. But
From
yeah,
Microsoft.
PlayStation is trying to sell you a PS5. Xbox is trying to sell you Game Pass and a controller.
I believe it, and it sucks. Because as someone who spent $500 and $300, $800, right? If you told me back then, and let's say again, we're assuming that this is going to be what it is, right? If you told me this back then, I would have never bought them. If you told me I get the same experiences with just my PlayStation,
I'm only buying a PlayStation.
I would have a PS5
And then have Game Pass Ultimate.
and that's why you see so many Xbox fans up in arms. It's like, wait a minute, I bought this under the belief, and I get, oh, you can get a PC. Not everybody wants the PC game.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants to try to optimize. Not everybody wants to deal with a blue screen. Not everybody wants to try to figure out what's going on. They just want to sit down, plug and play. And I get it. Oh, PC is for. I get all of that. PC will never be as simplified as console.
No.
Right? If you told me back then, because I honestly don't believe this is something that's old. Like I really think Microsoft these talks have been probably within the last year, right? I just don't understand why not wait until your lineup of games start to hit before you make a move like this. Let these games speak for themselves first before you say, you know what, maybe we should put Hellblade 2 on PS5. It'll sell a bunch of copies. Wait a year. You should have waited. Let this year drop. Hellblade, Towerborn, Indiana Jones, let them drop. And if they flopped and Xbox gamers didn't come out and do what they said they was going to do, then do it.
Maybe that's what we're going to see. I feel like I keep cutting y'all out. I'm so sorry. I'll shut up after this. But no,
you're fine.
maybe that is what the announcement's going to be. You're going to see delayed multiplats. And I wonder how people would feel about that. But you got to think about the DNA of Xbox and who this company, who their parent company is, bro. Microsoft is notorious for being everywhere and anywhere they can be.
Let's be honest,
Like-
we are on the Blade Runner timeline where it is Super Corps that are running everything, so why not open up your Super Corp even more? And Microsoft is up there, Apple's up there, like, they're the ones making the... What are you gonna do? Say you don't want to work on a Microsoft product? You gonna boycott Microsoft if they open it up like this? Girl, you gotta go back to the Stone Age if that's the way you're gonna live. You can't get rid of Microsoft, and they're just gonna push on whether we like it or not. And yeah, I don't know.
Ham, before we did, man, I guess that evening. Any last thoughts? Your predictions on what we looking forward to next week, man? And your heart of hearts, what are we running into next week?
Next week, if I were to guess, I'd say that they are giving some exclusives away. Especially those exclusives that they believe could really make a footprint when it comes to like money being left on the table. Okay, so I don't think that they're doing that with all titles and even all high quality titles, like AAA, I should say. Better yet. I think for sure they would do things like Activision, Blizzard games. You may start to see like the Bethesda games going over there, but I think they'll be more picky with the actual Xbox Game Studios games. And I think they may want to go more multiplayer with a lot of these titles, like games that they can get away with just multiplayer only. I think for sure they're gonna drop. They're gonna try to put everywhere.
Like even a game like Halo. I mean, Halo technically has a free to play only online aspect.
That's a possibility. And here's something that I've been saying that I think would be brilliant, but it may piss some people off, is put the multiplayer to Halo on PlayStation, but if they want to get the campaign, they have to come to Xbox.
Yeah. I think
because
that,
then you're constantly making money. Then you're constantly making money, but at the same time, you're still luring people to your ecosystem. Right? Like, I don't know. I just feel like moves like that should be made to keep Xbox with some sort of exclusivity to the point where you feel that you need this to be able to get all of it. Kind of like, and I said this earlier, I want Xbox, if they're going to be more generous with their games and give them out to more people, I want to see more things like what PlayStation did with Hogwarts. Oh, get it? You get it over here, you'll get that extra quest though. Maybe you'll get a few extra skins over here.
Well, clearly it don't matter what Phil believes in.
Phil don't believe in that. He don't believe it. He don't believe in exclusive content for a console.
But see, just like you said, but just like Baron just said, it don't matter what Phil believes right now.
Yeah, that went out the window.
It don't. From all the stuff that Phil says, none of these rumors sound like it was under his complete control.
Yep.
Like that's the way I kind of read into this. Like the way it looks is it is like they took my idea. It's kind of like what you see a lot in Hollywood, where an actor that was famous decides to write their own script and they take it to Hollywood and they say, hey, read over the script and tell me what you think. Hollywood reads over the script and they say, oh, it's pretty good, but nah. And then you get a call telling them to cut, and they tell you to come on in and listen to the script that they want you to do. And it's like 90% the same thing that you just had, but they put their spin on it. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's how that's being done. Where it's just like, yeah, Phil, we heard you and we liked a lot of your ideas, but we're going to do what you said, but we're going to do it this way. And it's just like, damn, man, this thing I've been putting, like, you know, blood, sweat, and tears in. Now you done took it and, you know, did what you wish with it. And it's not even the same thing anymore. Doesn't even feel the same. But it really just depends on how, like, the thing that hangs next week is just really the words. And like, oh my goodness, and this has been a thing for Microsoft since the 360 days has been over. And it's just like flat out messaging. And I think this is, and I said this earlier, I thought this was the reason that they're having as much of a hard time selling consoles and stuff like that as they're having. It has nothing to do with PlayStation. Everyone wants to say PlayStation did this, PlayStation did that, PlayStation's, you know, throwing them under the bus, the exclusive, blah, blah, blah. No, No.
Suck at marketing.
It was all Xbox constantly redirecting. Oh, we're doing the salsa, and then all of a sudden cha-cha. And it's just like everybody's still saucing. like what? Like nobody knows those dance moves right now, and you're expecting everybody just to comfortably roll into into this new swag that you just decided to rebrand. So like everyone's like, all right, you just had the Xbox One, okay, then you come out with the One S, okay, that makes sense. It's just a cheaper version. Oh, then you have the One X, that's the Pro, that makes sense. It's versus the PlayStation Pro. That made sense. But then they go into this generation, and I don't hate that they did it, but I could see where it's just like WTF, right? Because then you come out with one console that's mega strong, and then the other console that's just good enough. And then you're like, you throw it to developers, and they're like, oh, you gave me a PS3, thanks. That's essentially the way they're looking. You just gave me another PS3. Right after a generation where we didn't really want to work with you. And you want us to hype it up? In fact, we're going to do the opposite and tell you guys that every time that we work on one of your projects, that it's a rough time, because I'm doing two different things. The Switch isn't even this hard because they only have one. They have one SKU. They have one SKU. I can knock it out. And yeah, it's going to be hot ass in comparison to the PS5 and Xbox. But once I'm done with it, I'm done. For the Xbox, I got to give y'all the prettiest fidelity, the highest FPS, and then turn around and give you as much quality as possible with less RAM and stuff like that. It's just like the messaging to the people, the messaging to the development, the messaging to the people that are expecting the ROI to come in. It's just like nobody has any idea what's going on. It's just like, oh, we're coming out with the Series S and X and Halo's on the cover. Backtrack on that. Halo is going to be out next year. Not complete though.
I still want that Halo.
Like the messaging constantly just tells
they
you
suck.
It tells the person that's thinking about getting an Xbox to wait. And then when they come back to the channel, you're still on commercial break. And it's just like, I'm still waiting. And each time, this entire generation has been nothing but one problem rolled into the next problem, rolled into the next problem. But as for PlayStation, if we look at their problems, it's been like very random, right? Xbox's problem has been consistent. That's the only thing that they've been consistent on, is having a problem for the fans to try to figure out, because they don't want to actually tell us anything.
So Xbox should just stick to making software?
No,
it's not that. It's not that Xbox.
I'm done. I'm just fucking with you. I'm done. I'm so sorry. I'm just.
In my opinion, it's not that Xbox should stick to making hardware. It's not that Xbox needs to get bigger in software or anything like that. It's that Xbox needs to have a message and drive it, and just literally stop switching vehicles. You're going north, and you're going south, then you're going east, and you're going southwest. We thought you were going west, but no, you're going southwest now. And it's just like we can never really guess what's next for Xbox. So how can you anticipate somebody that's trying to dip their toe into the water to see what it feels like, what's the temperature, if every time they dip the toe in, it's hot, it's cold, it's freezing, it's lukewarm? It's like there's no consistency. It's like, I'm not gonna dive into that. I might die.
I'll say this for those wanting to get and we got to wrap the show up, unfortunately, but for those wanting to get an inkling on what I truly believe will happen next week, right? There was an email that was leaked back when the ABK deal thing happened. I posted this on Twitter today. It's something that stuck out to me this entire time, right? Did anyone at Xbox think about giving us a heads up on this? Todd's going to DICE in a couple of weeks. You don't think a journal might find him and press him on why it's okay for COD or any Activision Blizzard games, but not TES or Starfield, or every other future interviews he does? This is from Pete Hines talking about how Activision games were announced to be multi-platform. Meanwhile, games like Starfield and TES6, the Elder Scrolls Online 6 will be exclusive to Xbox. Hear me and hear me clear. Bethesda games will be multi-platform. Starfield already had a PlayStation build. Be prepared if anything to hear. Activision and Bethesda games will be multi-platform moving forward. I believe Ham said it earlier, but Bethesda stuff, but keep the first party stuff first party. Just putting it out there. There may or may not already have been dissension within Microsoft with how they decided which games would and would not be multi-plat. Listen, we hit our time. I got to get up out of here because we know we don't have to keep you guys for too long. Thank you guys for coming out and rocking with us. I will drop all of Ham's stuff in the description down below because I am a terrible host and I forgot to do it beforehand because I was rushing home. I'm a part of it. Make sure you guys go check my boy out. Check out TSWS Gaming. Make sure you guys go check out what he does behind the scenes because he talks to some amazing people in the community. I just recently did an episode with him and it was a heck of a time. Ham, it's been real. With all that said, congrats. Oh, wait. Ham, where can people find you, my boy?
So
I'm gonna drop it in the description, but where can they find you?
Yeah, I'll drop it in the chat as well, just to do that. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at HamSolo05Gaming. That's where I just talk to random folks. Sometimes that's where I talk to people to get them on, behind them sticks and stuff like that. But if you want to check out my actual channel where I actually, lay down that content and do my thing, that's TSWS Gaming here on YouTube. I just posted it in the chat right there. Please go on ahead and go over there and subscribe. You'd be helping me out a ton. I'm trying to get to 1,100 right now. We're almost there. We're at I think it's 1,090. So if you guys can help me get across that'd be dope, fire and whatnot. This week or tomorrow, I got 3-Bit coming on, and then next week for Behind Them Sticks, I got Oh No, It's Alex. So it'll definitely be a few interesting weeks, and then the week after that, I'm taking a complete break off of podcasting and everything because I'm sure after this news that we hear from Microsoft and everything like that, I'm gonna be spent. I'm probably gonna be absolutely spent. I'm already tired as it is. I'm ready to take a nap. Anyways, y'all go on ahead and get me out of here, man.
Definitely get that. Listen, we're going to get up out of here, man. With all that said, congratulations. You guys leveled up to 279. This was the WSP Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button. Go check out the homie Ham and check out everything he do. Please, Xbox, don't abandon us. Don't abandon us. We need a console. We need games. And we out of here. Peace.
Bye.